Going.
All right. Okay. So guys, graphic novel. I understand a lot of you are overwhelmed, and because it was the first day with the sub, that's also understandable. But you're overwhelmed, which is probably totally normal and actually what I knew you would feel. Okay, I feel the same way. I was going to make you a model, and then I just ran out of time. I still will do that, which will probably help you a lot to just see what a finished product looks like. But until I get that done, here we go. Graphic novel. You have two papers. You started with this where you identified a story you wanted to tell. Once you identified the story that's yours only to tell, meaning you have a great experience that you want to share that is meaningful and will impact other people's lives, then you were supposed to write the 5 story parts down here on the bottom of the page. Following me? Meaning background, inciting incident, and then rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. People keep saying, what's the background? What's the inciting incident? That's where the story starts, guys. What do I need to know to understand this story, and where did it start? That's all it is. Okay? So you should have already had that done, because we did this in class already. You should have already identified the story you want to tell, and then this. The next step, and then figure out the parts of the story. The next step is to have a theme. If you don't have a theme, you don't have a story. Let me say that again. If you don't have a theme, you don't have a story. Because nobody wants to read your crap if it doesn't have a theme. In fact, really good stories have, like, endless amount of themes. Okay? I'm asking you to have one theme. If you're a really amazing writer, you could put a lot of themes into one story. But you've got to have at least one. For instance, I have a student say he wanted to write about when he cut his leg open with a chainsaw. Great, sounds like a cool story. What's your theme? I don't know. Well, you don't have a cool story then. Okay, then they came back and they said, I want to write about how it was so hard and hurt, and I got through it, and maybe people should be more careful, and if they're not, and they do something stupid, then they can get through it. I'm like, okay, now that's something that other people can resonate with. My turn. Okay. I had someone say yesterday, I want to have a story. My whole thing is going to be at a staring contest. I'm like, okay, that sounds unique and cool, but what's your theme? I don't know. Well, you don't have a story then. Because I'm not going to look at 12 pictures of people just staring at each other in the eyes like this with nothing else going on, and then leave that page going, wow, that was a good story. See what I'm saying? You got, if you can do this, and then we now start pulling in things about Sebastian's been my student for 2 years, and he can take my stare down because he knows I'm going to get distracted, and there's going to be a squirrel over there. Now other people can relate with that. In fact, all of my other students will relate with that. Who's your audience for this graphic novel? Middle schoolers. Okay? So, your theme should especially resonate with them. So if you're going to write a story about a theme about how it feels to be elderly, and your body hurts all the time, and you have to wear glasses, and everything's blurry, and now you can't drive, that's not for this audience. See what I'm saying? If you want to write a story about first love and your first crush, that's for this audience. Right? Jason's got it. Okay.
Wow! Okay.
What else? What else is it for a middle school audience? Feeling insecure, having acne? What else?
Sports.
Sports? What else? I almost said something and I'm glad I didn't. Because the camera's on and plus I shouldn't have said anyways. Okay? Not sports. Girls don't care about sports. I'm just kidding, they do. That's totally sexist. But I had another guy over here say he's going to tell a story about Steph Curry breaking the 3-point record. I'm like, cool. I love Steph Curry. That's a cool story. What's the theme? Don't have one. Then you don't have a story. Now, if you can make that story about you watching Steph Curry break it, and then what that did for you in your life, that now you want to play basketball 24/7. Now maybe other people, like even Michael, who doesn't want to ever play basketball but plays 5 instruments and understands the drive of wanting to do that and be really good at it, now they can connect with that story. Guys, at the very basis foundation of every story is human emotion. Okay, it's like the movie with all those people in the brain, Inside Out, right? Basis of every story, that's why you have to tap into a theme so that when your readers read it, they can tap into their own emotion. And the 2 most powerful words of the English language, me too. Me too. Meaning when I read your story, some way I'm going to go, oh yeah, that's me too. Even though Mitchell's writing a story about Minecraft, I don't know, I can be like, oh yeah, me too. Why? Because the theme resonates with me, which is, man, I hate Minecraft. I've been playing it for 3 years and I'm over it now. Okay, I get that. I've been a teacher for 3 years and I'm over it now. See what I'm saying? You guys understand? I'm not really. I will never be over it. I love you guys. Okay, so this paper, we're gonna watch a video in a second about storyboarding and how Pixar does that. This is your storyboard, guys. This is not your final. This is your draft to help you get through all your ideas. And on the back, this column and this column are the things that you need for this rubric. Okay? This rubric I attached to all of these like cartoony looking pages, but then I got sick of stapling. And so you have the option to do your story on this page or just to use a completely blank page. You can even do it digitally. Okay? I don't care how you do it, but your space is limited to this size. Understood? It's not fair if Alan has a story that's like as big as a billboard, and you have a story that's only this paper. See what I'm saying? And this is a contest. The best ones are going to go out in the glass case, okay?
What if it's
So,
digital?
last thing, digital's fine. If you want to use the...
So is that big
put it
one
out there?
our story?
I'll print it and I'll put it out there.
Is that big one our story, right?
Yeah, so
that
this
one,
is your
okay.
final, guys, and you only get one final paper. So do all of your planning and all of that stuff and stretching out on this paper. And then when you're ready, get this paper to do it. I didn't think anyone was really even going to be ready last time, but I had to be ready for the kids that were ready. Okay? And you are not ready to do your story